Donald Trump is buying billions of dollars worth of cryptocurrency. Well, technically not Donald Trump. The Trump media and technology core that he is a part of is buying billions of dollars worth of cryptocurrency. Why is this important? And what's going on behind the scenes that you need to be aware of? Everyone and their nan feels like they're flipping bullish on cryptocurrency, and for very good reason. We'll break down some of those key things, as well as what is going on with these billions of dollars worth of cryptocurrency heading to the Trump family. All of that in this video. Make sure you do check the links out in the description if you want to trade your favorite cryptocurrencies or simply go and buy on the spot markets. It all helps out the channel. With that being said, let's get into it. So as announced earlier, the Trump Media Group will be raising $3 billion for Bitcoin Treasury. This is a pretty exciting move, and it feels like, well, there's been a lot of negative press around the Trump administration and the Trump family. Specifically, around 40% of Donald Trump's wealth has been accumulated in cryptocurrency and since he became president. Now, you could argue, is this because he's president or because, well, he keeps slapping a tariff here and there? I don't know. I'll let you guys decide on that one. But the Trump Media and Technology Company behind US Donald Trump's Truth Social platform is planning to raise $3 billion in a mix of equity and convertible bonds to buy Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies. The Financial Times reported the move will be positioning the company to follow the footsteps of a crypto treasury company like Strategy. Okay, let's just understand that a little bit. Everyone is starting to get onto the strategy way of thinking. Michael Saylor talked specifically at the last year's Bitcoin conference about the Bitcoin strategy and why this was such an important hedge against the US dollar. And it now feels like lots of companies are starting to get onto the bandwagon. We saw Metaplanet, who have increased their holdings significantly over the last year, and we're still waiting. In my opinion, by the way, I still think it's going to be Mark Zuckerberg that comes into this market, but we're still waiting for that big tech company to go all in, whether it's Apple, Microsoft, Amazon. One of them is coming to the market. Well, Trump Media Group is getting in there first. Now, it is interesting the fact they're going to issue $2 billion in equity and $1 billion in convertible bonds, and a type of asset that can be converted into equity at a later date. The size of the raise may change, but the FT cited sources familiar with the matter as saying, so they're going to make sure that they're hedging against both volatility in the market and the long-term plan that comes with this. The equity is expected to be sold at market price at the close of May 23rd. And on that day, the share price closed at $25.72, making a 4.6% increase on the day. Trump Media market capitalization is sitting around $5.7 billion. So again, this is going to be the ability of buying shares, converting those bonds and shares within the Trump Media and Technology Core in order to raise capital to go and buy Bitcoin. Now, let me just put a tinfoil hat on and throw something at you guys and let me know what you think in the comments. But is this a bit of a dry run, a test bed, when the US government do something similar? They can issue bonds and they can raise capital and then go and buy Bitcoin. This has been talked about by a number of different people. This could be a really good way of raising capital and hedging then against inflation, sorting the debt out. It all could be pretty crazy. This is on obviously the backdrop of Trump's one big beautiful bill passing at the House of Representatives, arguably the most significant piece of legislation that will ever be signed into history. And that was again a quote from Donald Trump. So not only have you got this backdrop of, well, this big tax cut, supporting the economy, reducing inflation, giving a bit more money back to the US citizens, you've also then got Trump Media going, we're getting in on Bitcoin. And why not? This is very important. And what's important is, if you look at market dynamics right now, you sort of look at the macro, it is an absolute prime opportunity, and we may not get another one this cycle to get in. Why? We'll take a look at this chart here. This is the weekly net inflows into ETFs, $2.75 billion, topping now a $131.39 billion asset class, and again, continuing to grow aggressively. This just shows how big last week was, and obviously this week we are seeing something similar. Not quite to the extent that we did get, but it continues to grow, and I think we're going to see this ever change. Ethereum ETFs, we're obviously waiting for some of those altcoin ETFs. But once again, this showing that institutional money is flowing into this market, and it's flowing in aggressively. Now, when you double down though on what else Trump has got his hand in, Will Liberty Finance continues to move as well. And what's really interesting here is they have been stacking USDC and USDT. And guess what? No one's talking about it. They put about $1 million worth into USDC and also USDT as well. They seem to be accumulating. They have nearly $5 million and $21 million in USDC. So about 25 million in stablecoin, looking, in my opinion, to hedge some plays. So watch out for that. I think we'll see some pretty interesting moves from Will Liberty Finance on top of already raising some of this capital to going and buy some more cryptocurrency. So very interesting indeed. Taking a quick look at where we are on the price. We talked about this earlier. Still looking very bullish. Bitcoin looking like it's in for another solid week as we continue this uptrend in what we believe is the very third phase of this bull market. And I think there's a lot more to come. But stick around, hit that like button, and make sure you're dialed in for this market because it is about to get wild. Institutions are coming, the US government's coming, and Donald Trump and his companies are coming as well. So what a great time to be in. As always, hit the like button and subscribe to the channel if you enjoyed what you listened to or what you saw here. Then do me a favor, check out the links in the description, turn your notification bell on, and join us for another video soon. Take care now. Bye-bye.